call out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was...
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. On first down, Horton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Trubisky will throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Trubisky to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll run on first down. It's Horton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Trubisky's throw into the hands of Burton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully mentally into this one.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they work this out past the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
To throw on second down. Quick. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
It's caught by Davis. A good pickup there on 20 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does him no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that ccame out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. On first down, Horton. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's third down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Trubisky now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Eric Kendricks able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
At the 14-yard line.
On the draw, this is Davis. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, Trubisky. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They'll run on first down. Johnson, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man Johnson. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing here, Trubisky. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
If you rank 1 from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team 1 from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Recon, 132 fighter, hey, Alpha.
Off the play fake. Quick. It's complete to Fuller. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Roquan Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Now it's Trubisky. Completes it to Davis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? 14 yards in a Chicago first down. Trubisky now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down and 4, Trubisky. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's got Burton here. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get to the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Come on,
here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready?
From the gun, quick. Complete, it's Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Ready?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, quick. Johnson's got it complete.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Time.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Let's go, D.
Get it.
Back to throw. Quick. Out to his left. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about
that.
Super toe.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Trubisky escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs if he's going to go for it.
Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
That's right, baby. Hey, 18. Blue draw Corkers. Hey, 18.
Again, it's Trubisky. This one caught by Davis. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Play action. It's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Trubisky will throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now Davis. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Mike Davis. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10.
Hey, Orbit, look at me, Zipper.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Football's the mic.
Throwing on 1st down. Quick. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 2nd and 2. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Oh, 44.
From the gun. Quick. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st down, Horton. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd and 12, Trubisky under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Olivier Vernon able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 49.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game
in trouble, and he's taken down. Tyrone Crawford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw. Quick. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Quick. And he's able to find Diggs. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Quick. And that's caught by Smith. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
First down, Minnesota.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson, and this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And Diggs has it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20, 10, and they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick-6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Off play action. Quick. Looking deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 57 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. He'll buy some time right. It's caught. It's Miller. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Looking to throw on second down. Quick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it,
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Trubisky gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
65.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking here, Trubisky wants to throw it. It's complete to Robinson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers,